עכשיו לשם מן העבר, אולי גם מן העתיד, הוא הבליח לעולם הספורט והעסקים, עורר רושם של הגיידמק החדש בשכונה, ואז אושפז ונעלם. הערב גומה אגייר מדבר על מה שעבר עליו, וגם על השיבה לפעילות ציבורית. שלום גומה אגייר.
Shalom.
How are you, first of all? How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel great. It's good to be back in Israel, and especially to be back with my family.
You've been through tough times lately.
Yeah, I've been through a lot of. It's been a really rough year.
So why did you came here again to visit here? Are you back in public activity?
I am involved in a number of philanthropic activities. Everybody knows that I'm a big fan and supporter of Beitar, but I really wanted to come back here with my family and to relax and to enjoy everything, and so it's good to be here.
You said you are a fan, but the question is, are you also a supporter? Will you support them in the future?
I support them right now. I was at the game, with my family last week, and we were very excited to win that game after the rough start that we've had so far this year. But in terms of ownership, it's not entirely up to me.
But what do you think will happen in this area of Beitar?
It's hard to say, and people ask me this question all the time, and I think it's important to understand that my involvement in Jerusalem and in this country, I have a vision to be here for a very long time and to be involved for a very long time. So I'm not necessarily looking to see if what's going to happen after the next game, or what's going to happen after the first half of the season. If I have to, I'll wait, and I'll be a supporter, and I'll continue to root for the team.
People are worried. Is it stable this time, your involvement?
Well, in terms of what?
Will you stay here? Will you
in terms of,
be responsible for?
Look, that's a question that when I've heard people say this before. People don't usually ask me, or tell me, are you stable enough to handle the team? What happened with me last year could happen to anybody, and I didn't ask for that to happen, and I certainly don't wish it upon anybody.
So what happened suddenly?
Well, I was under a lot of pressure, and everybody knows that I was under a lot of pressure, and I just needed some time to recover and to spend time with my family and to spend time with my wife and to get back to basics. When I sold my company back in 2007, I told my wife that we were going to go to Israel just for a few days, maybe a couple weeks, and we packed, we packed a lot of luggage, and I ended up staying almost, close to 3 years.
Yeah.
And when people ask me about, the army and this and that, I said, listen, I wasn't able to join the army. They wouldn't let me join the army because I'm too much of a liability. But, my service to the country was coming here and being here for, that period of time, and I hope to be able to keep doing that.
Because you did many things, even in this week. There's a group called Yad LeYeled HaMeyuchad. You were there in a special event with Minister Bougie Herzog.
Right.
You visited soldiers. You're coming now from Hebron, from a visit there.
Right.
So it is a comeback, I mean.
Yeah, one thing that has given me a lot of strength over the last 11 months has been Chabad and the Rebbe and, the institution in itself, and it's given me something that's really stable, because at the end of the day, I don't have to worry about, is Chabad going to lose this game 2-1? Is this guy, who's coaching at Chabad today? These questions, those will make you really, lose it. But when you're dealing with an institution like that, and when you're learning, learning from the Rebbe on how to be a better person and on how to apply his teachings to your life, those things can help you grow as a person and lets me use the past tragedies which I've had to go through and can help me go forward and really help a lot more people.
Okay, Guma Agayar, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you very much.